Get this battery installed in 7 days or lose the tax credit. Most people have already missed the deadline. And the crazy part, nobody knows it's happening. A federal credit that was supposed to last until 2032 is gonna be gone. A day we never thought we'd see is officially here. And if you don't move fast, you'll miss out on thousands of dollars of savings. So what's actually ending? There's a 30% residential clean energy credit that covers solar and home batteries. It was meant to be around for almost a decade or more, but thanks to the current president and that one huge, shiny, beautiful bill, it's ending for good on December 31st, 2025. That's literally a few weeks away. And that's not a political video, I'm just stating the facts. And also, I am not a CPA. This is not financial advice. This is just my opinions. So here's where things get brutal. If you're planning on getting, let's say, Tesla Solar or a Tesla Powerwall, you're already behind and it's too late. I'm sorry. Even if you ordered it today, the install process can take up to a month, sometimes longer. And if it's not installed by that deadline, you don't get the credit. So that's the end of this video. I'll see you guys later. I'm just kidding. Don't lose hope. This video isn't about panic. It's about options. There are companies that can still get everything done on time that are reliable companies. Like Ecoflow still offer full home battery and solar systems with fast installation on their website. They can get it all done within, drumroll please, 7 days. And that's crazy. But the real question is, are these third-party brands actually good? And should you trust them with your home power backup? And is it even worth it? Let me show you what I did. I installed the new Delta Pro Ultra X at my mom's place, and honestly, it's been legit. Even the professional pro electricians loved the setup. Everything was cleaner than they expected, and all they had to do was reroute the wires and breakers from the main breaker to the smart panel switch. No need for permits on where to mount the batteries or anything. None of that stuff. It has been a quick and easy installation. And the system itself has been rock solid. It's able to power my 2 ACs and best of all, discharge during peak hours. Now, personally, I still love my Tesla Powerwall. The app is smooth, integration is perfect with a Tesla, especially if you own one. But Tesla is slow, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, they're a big company. They go through all the steps and procedures. But if I wanted to add another battery, because the tax credits are ending, I have to go through their system, get an installation date, verify the location, permits. It just takes time. Not to mention the Powerwall stays bolted to the wall forever. The Ecoflow, however, way more flexible, baby. And this surprised me because I didn't even know this existed. I love how modular the system is. Lightweight. It's not permanently mounted onto a wall. It has wheels. It's heavy, but surprisingly, it doesn't take up a lot of space. You start with the inverter on the top and 2 batteries. It comes with a bunch of plugs like a NEMA 1450, so you could technically wheel it around and charge an EV or make it more portable. It just gives you more options so you don't have to be near an outlet. Altogether, it has a 12 kilowatt hour LFP battery, but it can expand all the way up to 180 kilowatt hours of storage, which is crazy. So if it drains too fast during your 49 peak window, you just buy another battery, they ship it to you, you snap it on yourself. No appointments, no scheduling, no electrician needed. And so far it's been solid, it's durable. The switchover time in case there's a blackout is less than 20 milliseconds. So almost like a blink of an eye. Okay, we're gonna turn the power off in 3, 2. Grid is red. Oh, looks like it's working. 7 hours and 50 minutes. So it looks like it's supplying power to here. And is the electricity back on? It's on. It looks like it's working. It says grid outage, battery time remaining 7 hours and 30 minutes. And it's instant. You don't see any flickering or anything. And all of this is tied together by their new Smart Home Panel 3, which the electrician said is badass.
So it's cool. This system is very versatile. I like it.
Because of how cool it is, has 32 circuits, which is a ton, fully digital control, so you can digitally turn off certain breakers or prioritize them during an outage so you can use the most battery. And it's compatible and works with any solar system. But usually with these third-party companies, the one Achilles heel is the app. However, the app on the Ecoflow reminds me a lot of the Tesla app. You can schedule when the battery kicks in during peak rates, auto charge during off-peak times. It preps for storms automatically. You can choose circuits to protect during outages. It even has smart functions to determine which breakers should be prioritized first. And overall, the app is super cool. But here's the biggest reason you're watching this. You can get the entire system installed in 7 days or less. And we'll talk about like the cost and ROI in a second. But on their website, you can get everything ordered, and it even includes the electrician service installed all within 7 days. It's super easy because all the electricians have to do is reroute your old breakers to the new Smart Home Panel 3 system, and that's it. Because the inverter and batteries are on wheels, it's all just connected with the plug, making installation and permits so much easier. Like honestly, my installation took less than a day and everything started working instantly. If you want to beat the tax credit deadline, this is one of the only realistic paths left. But now we got to talk about the elephant in the room, cost. Because if you don't live in California, your expensive rates might not be as high, making it possibly not as good as an investment. What I recommend, you first just gotta figure out how much electricity you actually use in kilowatt hours. Most average Americans should be at most 30 kilowatt hours a day. Drop in the comments how much you guys use. From there, like what do you want? Do you want to not just pay extra or a ton of money during peak hours from 4 to 9 p.m.? Do you want a legit backup for the whole day in case of a power outage? And if you already have or plan on adding solar later, how much extra solar, how much extra energy will you be using and storing in those batteries? And once you figure that out, you're not limited to just like the most expensive Delta Pro Ultra X. They do have their cheaper Delta Pro Ultra model. It's nice. They allow you to just buy one battery. I wish the new Delta Pro Ultra X system did that and let you buy one battery, but they make you buy a minimum of two. But it does make sense because two batteries is supposed to be the best bang for your buck for most people. Also, when connected to two batteries, the Delta Pro Ultra X can support up to 12 kilowatts of output, while the Delta Pro Ultra only supports 7.2 kilowatts. But the problem with that is you do have to pay more upfront. So the total for the Delta Pro Ultra X and two batteries with the smart home inverter at this time is almost $11,000. And if you want to make it easy because you're out of time, hassle-free with permits, it becomes $14,600. But the beauty with this is that again allows you to easily add more batteries based on your usage in the future, so you can shift more energy usage from off-peak to on-peak. And buying one battery isn't going to cost as much as a whole nother system. So if you're trying to get that 30% tax credit, now would be the time to do it. Like for me, because I have a large battery system, I can run my laundry, I charge my EV without really needing to worry too much about peak times. But what a lot of people, even myself, forget to factor is that the cost of electricity will always go up, especially in California. Right now, my peak charge is like 60 cents a kilowatt hour. With a 12 kilowatt hour system, I'd be saving a little over $1,000 a year. However, if you have solar and you live in California, you could be saving up to $6,570 a year with 48 kilowatt hours of solar generation and a 12 kilowatt hour battery time of use usage at 30 cents a kilowatt hour. I did the calculations, I'm Asian. But let's not forget, also, if you install this system before December 31st, 30% tax credit with up to a whopping maximum of $5,639.70 in rebates is crazy, making the system cost a little over $10,000. This means, after my calculations, you need to be living at your home for 10 years to break even. However, based on my previous Tesla solar system, that seems to be the average. You have to live at your home for at least 10 years, no matter what, to break even on most systems. But let's not again forget the additional increase in utility costs as well, and backup protection in case of an outage, and the flexibility of being able to add extra batteries whenever you want, which makes it valuable beyond pure financial payback. So is it a good value? If you can reliably cycle it every day and squeeze real on-peak savings, yes, it makes sense. If your bill is also super expensive every month and you're using a lot of electricity from 4 to 9 p.m., this could also be a good option. Even if your main goal isn't pure financial payback, blackout protection, flexibility, being ready for future rate increases, this system gives you real value today. But remember, the 30% federal tax credit ends December 31st, 2025. So to get the most out of it, you gotta get it soon. But don't forget, on Ecoflow's website, they do have a 1-year price guarantee. So if the cost gets lower, you can let them know. Bottom line, the Delta Pro Ultra X, it's fast, it's flexible, actually makes sense if you want to lock in savings and protection before the tax credit vanishes.